with security within your jurisdiction first, this Garki area? Have you been experiencing any challenges?
Security is a general phenomenon, and Nigeria per se is faced with a lot of challenges in security aspect. And within my own chiefdom, well, I may say we have a mild some security challenges sometimes, to some extent, which could only be theft and some little. I remember one boy wanted to start to practice how to maybe to go and carry one boy to the houses that to look for a ransom of money, and along the line, because the experience is not there, he was hijacked, and there and then it was a little bit, it was addressed. And the area of robbery too, not much is being pronounced, in the sense that we have a lot of security agencies. The policemen are there, the SSS people are there, the NIA are there, and other paramilitary, and even the armed people forces are also available. So because of this security agencies, the issue of security challenge is being reduced to minimum level
Within your chiefdom?
Within the chiefdom. And more importantly, we are also trying, being the father, I collaborate with my other traditional leaders, religious leaders, that is the district heads, village heads, and ward heads, and other ethnic community leaders, to synergize within us and the security agencies. So we have been trying all we could to see that the security is addressed to minimum level. Having known that the chiefdom hosts the three arms of government, the executives, the legislators and judiciary, and international community that reside here, we try all we could to make sure that we don't allow anything negatively that will affect the said chiefdom. We are aware that any minor sin, even if it's not a magnitude aspect, the whole world will carry it. So we are conscious, we are security conscious, and we have been collaborating with other members of the community, other ethnic leaders, who have them, so that we don't allow breach of peace within the chiefdom.
Yes. Your Highness, traditional rulers are important in the stability and growth of society. Now, for a long time now, the issue of giving you people a constitutional role is being debated. Recently, the Vice President also made a case to give traditional rulers a constitutional role. What, in your view, should be the best thing to be done? It's been a long-running issue of a constitutional role for traditional rulers. What is your position on that?
Well, if you reflect back in the history of Nigeria, even before the independence and after independence, the traditional ruler played a greater role, and we were having a constitutional role which they were protected, and they try all they could to carry the constitutional role based on their ambit. But because along the line it was removed, it was best known to them, the politicians. But I want to remind ourselves as Nigerians, the people who play a greater role in security aspect are the community leaders, as the traditional leaders, because they are on the grassroots. Have you known that even within the system we have some bureaucracy? We have the hamlet heads down there. We have the village heads. We have the district heads. We have the permanent ruler. And almost all of them, they also have their councils. And outside that, we have other ethnic community leaders that they work as a family. And they try all they could to control and checkmate any person they foresee that he could create a problem. I do remember when we were kids, any visitor, any stranger that come to a community, he must definitely report himself or herself to the community leader, so that he identify or she identify or they identify themselves. If you don't do that, you are being marked as a criminal. The traditional rulers, that they refuse not to give us a constitutional backing, I think it is also creating a forum, a room now for these security challenges all over the nation. Because when you as a paramount ruler, as a father, you have a limit that you can go. Because if you go beyond your bounds, at the end of the day, even the government will come and start challenging you, because there's nothing backing us. And that is why we have been saying, at least we should have some constitutional role being stipulated, so that we can now know that we are also protected. We can be able to work to some extent that we could be able to see that things are put in the right perspective.
Is government listening to you? Are they reacting positively? Because I noticed that the politicians, political leaders, even military leaders will come to traditional fathers when they need their support.
Now, if the government have been listening for the past years, this question would not arise. We can only be requesting the government of today they should do something positively, so that we could be able to see the role we could work, we play, so that we could be able to see the extent of talking to our subjects. Because it's one of the challenge that we've realized that to me as an individual, I have discovered that because we don't have the role to play, it has let the whole society lose. They do and undo, because there's nobody checking them in the name that we are in the free world. And I do say sometimes, at times we say we are westernized. I don't think we cannot run faster than our legs. I have been arguing that we need to initiate some of our aspects of life to put them in our constitution, not only importing this outside constitution and importing it into our own in our system, in the sense that we are not from the same geographical aspect. The environment differ, our culture differ, our tradition differ, our custom differ. So we cannot be importing maybe American system of government and then we impose it on our own system. We need to see how we can initiate our own, looking at our own environment, our own area. That is the nation. Do you understand? Like they say, well, there's Child Right Act. To me as an individual, I foresee that, to me, I think for this the child has got much right to some extent. In the sense that what is our GDP? The Americans, the so-called developed nations, which we have developed them, we develop them, which we are calling them that developed. But out from years immemorial, they came here and exploit us, and even ourselves, we exploit ourselves, carry our resources down over there, we develop them, and we will create problem for ourselves here. To get a serious crime is a challenge. There are so many things that we are lacking. So if you are not asking, saying you have a child act, which our culture does not even tally with them. In a nutshell, the society is indisciplined. There is no more discipline in the country. The moral upbringing is no more there. Because our cultural norms and values have been eroded in the name that we are going with westernization. On what ground? As soon as we are yet to reach that level, we should be able to start somewhere within our own level, to develop a system within the nation that could be able to move. We could pass just from there, and then we also get our own. We join them together, then we move. By the second we try to abandon everything outside, and we now import everything. I just think we are not there. It's not the right thing for us.
Okay, Your Royal Highness, let me bring you back to Garki land, which contains your chiefdom.
Okay.
Your land, maybe as a consequence of history, is hosting the federal capital.
Yes.
And in that movement to this new capital, a lot of displacement occurred. Would you say your people have been properly settled and are happy with the government?
Well, you see, it depends on the way how one is able to interpret it. I may say it's okay. Some people may say it's not okay, depending on the way one is able to interpret the whole thing. But what I'm trying to say is that more needs to be done to the indigenous people, because we all know land is a liveware. It's a liveware. The land is there for so many millions of years, and the one it is being carried. I do say it's just like a plant that has been there, and you uproot it with its taproot. What happens to that plant? It will die. So what I'm trying to say, in most cases, most of our land have been taken over. That replacement is not there. The replacement is not there, because 90% to 95, between 90 and 95%, we are farmers, if not more. If the land has been taken over and there's no replacement, I think we are creating a serious challenge in the area of security aspect. As we all know, our argument is a double workshop. And I didn't foresee that the government need to maybe have a commission. Government need to develop a commission whereby it will cater for the indigenous people. What am I trying to say? If we look at the Niger Delta region, it's only the way that's been removed. The land still remains for them. Am I communicating?
Yes.
But the land that it has been our major liveware, has been taken over. And there's nothing being done. Only when they collect the land, they compensate you. And they don't compensate for the land, they compensate for what is there. The economy is whatever you must have planted is there. And then how much do they pay? If they receive the money, if care is not taken within 5 to 6 months a year, the money is gone. What happened? Challenges of security will come. Hunger coming. So my prayer is that the government, we appreciate what the government has been doing, but more needs to be done. A commission should be created, or whatever things have to be created for the citizens of the indigenous people. Because If that's not so, if, God forbid, if they use and other people in near future, if they don't have something doing, maybe what has been happening in Niger Delta may like to happen here. Because I do say, Abuja was yesterday, it's not Abuja of today. The Abuja of today is not going to be the Abuja of tomorrow. With the little experience I've had, I know how things have been moving. So I do want to urge the government, something has to be done. Because this is the heart of the nation. The people who are residing here, the indigenous people, their welfare need to be taken note. We don't want what is happening in Niger Delta, so that we can experience it. We don't want to have it here. And the earlier, the better. That's my appeal.
Okay, Your Royal Highness, next month, a major election will be holding that can actually shape the future of our country. As a traditional ruler, what role are you and your peers expected to play so Nigeria can have a safe and non-divisive general election?
Well, thank you very much for that question. First and foremost, I want us to understand that we have no other place to call our own than this great nation, Nigeria. So I want to say that all of us Nigerians were all stakeholders. Whether you're Mr. President, whether you're a governor, whether you're a traditional ruler, wherever being a Nigerian, you are a stakeholder. And we have no another place to call our own than this great nation, Nigeria. And we are the only people who can protect and defend this nation so that we can have a peaceful election. Not only saying only the INEC, not only saying the policemen or the security agencies. All of us are stakeholders. But then, on court, the politician have to take note. That you cannot destroy your own land, and then you want to be in the power, destroy the lives and property of your people, you are illiterate. I don't think it's the best for us. So at our own level here, as custodians of the people, we have been urging the people to request the youth, because the youth are the vanguard that are being used to destabilize and create challenges through violence, destruction of lives and property. I think we have come of age, which is a millennium aged, that we don't need to go to that level now. I was just listening to a screen this afternoon. The governor of Kwara State was sounding a warning that he may not allow some campaign to go on because of some challenge that we had. I think he has done right, he has done good, but then I think it is uncalled for that we should be having some talks now. And I do say, I have been asking my youth, whoever being the politician who asks you, give you some hard drug to take, and then ask you to lead, to go and maybe fight the other opposition party. Ask that politician, let him bring out his family first, especially his own children first. Once they lead, then you cannot follow. But if they cannot bring their own children, say, no, I'm not here for that. Because I do tell them, if you allow your child or your ward or the youth to be used, once they kill you, it's a matter of saying, sorry, hard luck. So we have sound warning, and we have been advising the politicians, we have been advising the parents that we should be cautious, so that let us allow peace to reign during the campaign, on the day of election, and after election. We should have a peaceful election, because Nigeria Being the giant Africa, we need to do things positively because the whole world is watching. So it's not only Mr. President that we're preaching peace. All of us have to preach peace for ourselves. Leadership is when God has destined you are going to lead, you must lead.